If you're looking for a little extra fun and activity this week, here's a no pressure opportunity, and it's all laid out for you. That's why it's so exciting. So, STEAM, Unplugged, that's STEM with some art involved, is setting you up to explore your world and design your world. STEM Week is a week that's celebrated throughout Oregon. I will say that Buckingham is going to have a different STEM week that's going to be coming up in June. So if you would like to participate along with others in the state, go ahead and register, but also you can use this just as a resource for ideas. You can mix these up, do them in any order you'd like, skip some, they're just opportunities. So Make It Monday is a paper tube raceway. This is a pretty fun way to just use some items that are already around, some tape, some paper tube, paper plates, cardboard cartons. You will want some kind of marble or ball or car that you can use to roll through. So it sets you up with a challenge to make a racetrack. Pretty fun. I actually really like their example there. They then also have Take Apart Tuesday. So this is when, with adult supervision, you take something apart. It could be something that you want to take apart to dispose of. Parts of it could be recycled. Maybe it's something that you can take apart and put back together again. So I know if you're looking at that going, I really don't want to destroy anything. We don't have anything like that. There are some things that you can take apart, at least a bit of it, to explore what's inside. Another option could also be, if you don't want to go the human route, tech or other things, take a flower or a pine cone or something else that you can find. Hey, an egg. Ooh, that could get gross. One thing I will note, if it's a flower, maybe just reminding kids that we try not to pick flowers, but it can be done for science. We then also have What Are You Wondering Wednesday? Notice and Wonder. We do so much noticing and wondering in class. Kids will be really good at this. So this will be a chance to go outside and maybe find an animal. Could be your pet, but you want to have it be able to do what that animal does. So it would probably be better for it to be a wild animal. But that could be as simple as an ant, a snail, a bird at the bird feeder, a robin searching for worms in your yard. But find an animal, draw, maybe use a magnifying glass if it's a tiny animal, and write down some information about it. Nice caterpillar. Think about it Thursday. You're going to try building a structure just using paper. Another chance to hit that recycling. And they have a limitation on the tape. I will say limitations often really, really spark creativity. Whether you're doing this activity or even one at home, I highly recommend if you set up parameters, like you can use just the paper that you see in the recycling bin. You can have 2 feet of tape, or what's the tallest structure you can build. If you just leave that open-ended, that can be kind of hard. If you say you can use 5 sticks of spaghetti and a marshmallow, suddenly that becomes more of a challenge and requires more engineering. We actually kind of respond well to limits, it turns out. They spark creativity. Field Trip Friday. I think a lot of you have been doing this already, but just a great thing to add to our habits when we're going out to the park or on a hike, to think about all your senses. Stop and notice what you hear, what you see, what you feel, what you smell, and maybe do a scavenger hunt too. I really like some of the things they have in there. Something fuzzy and something rough, something straight and something round. Another thing that can be fun for kids to notice, especially with rocks, are which rocks are round, which rocks are rough, and thinking about why that is, why that happens in certain places. Noticing different kinds of seeds, noticing litter, keeping track of noise. Yeah, all sorts of different activities. So this also includes all the way up to Saturday, Sounds and Shadows. I know this is something that was making the rounds on social media, but can be kind of a fun art project, whether you do it with dinosaurs or anything else that casts a cool shadow. Hunt around, hold some things up to the light, see what you could do. And then also there's a paper airplane challenge. So take a look at these activities. Again, pick and choose, and none of it's required. But if you're getting to that point where you want to get your kids unplugged and doing an activity, these are some great, great ideas.